Good morning, guys. Please excuse my face. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. I'm dealing with some contact dermatitis on my eyelids and a few breakouts, but you're not going to be seeing my face long. I'm just jumping on quick to do a little introduction for today's video. I'm also talking a little bit quietly because Ben is actually upstairs sleeping. He has been home all week, pretty sick. We don't really know exactly what he has. I might have to bring him to the doctor tomorrow if it doesn't get better, because tomorrow will be 4 days that he has this extremely gnarly cough, and he's had a fever on and off the last few days. But this week, it kind of worked out that I filmed a super easy, like low stress video. I wound up filming a what we eat in a day voiceover style. You guys will see Ben doesn't wind up going to school the day that I film, so I only pack one lunch for the boys, which is for Jack, but you guys will see all of that in today's video. So like I just said, it's a what we eat in a day. I shared both what the boys ate in the day and what I ate in the day, what I wind up making versus what we wound up eating of it, so you guys can get a good idea of what we eat in a day. So without too much rambling, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, our mornings start how they've started for the last year or so. The boys take these multivitamins. They've actually been taking these since they were maybe 6 months old. They used to take it in a liquid form, but now they take a little chewable. And so we start every morning with a vitamin, and then the boys still take milk. We've been doing chocolate milk for maybe about a year. They get 3 ounces of the Horizon chocolate milk mixed with 3 ounces of whole milk. I have no idea when we're going to stop this. The pediatrician definitely said that we could, but the boys enjoy their milk in the morning, so I'm going to continue giving it to them. For breakfast this morning, the boys asked for these Eggo mini cinnamon toast waffles, so I break them up. I give each of them 3 of these, so I threw them in my toaster to toast, and when those are done, I served them up with a little bit of syrup, and then each of them got half a banana cut up. For myself, for breakfast on this morning, I made myself 2 pieces of cinnamon toast. I used the Pepperidge Farm cinnamon swirl bread, and then I used this Land O'Lakes butter, and I put on a healthy, hearty amount of butter. I love my toast to be drowning in butter, so this is what I had for this morning for breakfast. The boys wound up eating all of their breakfast, and so did I, and after this, it was time to pack lunch for the day. So on this day, like I mentioned, Ben was not feeling great, and so I was holding him back from school, so I only had to pack 1 lunch, and of course that was for Jack. I packed their lunch in these little bento boxes. On this day, he got a piece of that cinnamon swirl bread with that same butter. Then for his snack, he got these Nature's Promise honey bears. He also got some of these raisins in the middle compartment. And then he also got some clementine and an applesauce. I did also pack his little thermos cup with some water for school. So before we head out from school, I do go ahead and make myself a coffee. I use the Starbucks jug iced coffees. This is the dark roast, and I've been using these Chobani creamers for quite some time now. I will never go back to any other creamer. They are so good. I think this one was the sweet cream flavor. Shortly after we got back from dropping Jack at school, both Ben and I wanted a little snack, so I made my go-to smoothie, which is just frozen banana, frozen blueberries, milk for the liquid. I use either peanut butter or sunflower butter, whatever I have in the house, and then a dash of cinnamon, and it is so good. So Ben and I split that smoothie and we both drank all of it. It was so good. And then he wound up having a little snack. He had some of the Utz sour cream and onion chips. These are a favorite of the boys. And then shortly after that, I went ahead and made lunch for the both of us. So for myself, I wound up making myself some tuna. I actually add pickles to my tuna and it is so good. And then I also toasted up some sourdough bread and put that on the bread as a sandwich. For Ben, I went ahead and made him a PB&J. I loaded up on the fruit because, like I said, he wasn't feeling good this day, and I knew at the very least I could get him to eat some fruit. So there's his lunch. Here's my sandwich. I also had some of those sour cream and onion chips on the side. Ben wound up doing pretty good. He left all of his grapes and mostly the crust of his sandwich, and of course I ate all my lunch. And then once we grabbed Jack from school, this is what he ate of his food. He didn't touch any of his clementines for some reason, but he did really well otherwise. And after school they usually have a snack. They did go ahead and have more of those sour cream and onion chips and then an applesauce. Little Ben at this point was taking a turn and was losing a lot of his appetite. So before Harris got home from work, I started prepping dinner. We were having chicken parm on this night. So this is all of the ingredients I use for my chicken cutlets. I actually add grated Parmesan cheese to the breading. I think it adds something extra to the chicken cutlets and it is so good. So I went ahead and prepped all of those. Once the cutlets were fried up and everything was ready to go into the oven for Harris and I went ahead and started on the boys' dinner. They were having these Purdue little dino nuggets. The boys haven't had chicken nuggets in so long and these were on sale, so I snagged these. I threw them in our toaster oven, and while those cooked and while the chicken parm was in the oven, I went ahead and started prepping a chopped Caesar salad. So I grabbed these croutons from Target. I already had this Caesar dressing in our fridge, but I always like to add something extra to any bottled Caesar dressing. I actually add usually half a lemon worth of lemon juice and then a nice amount of black pepper. It just makes it taste much better than straight out of the bottle. So I went ahead and did that. I dressed my chopped lettuce and threw in everything else for the salad. So once this was done, I plated up our dinners. The boys had 3 of those dino chicken nuggets. We didn't have any avocados ripe, so they had fruit on the side instead, and then some of that cheese from the chicken parm cubed up. And then here are Harris and I's plates. He actually went in for second, and we both devoured all of our food. Jack also did really well with his dinner, and like I said, Ben was kind of losing his appetite at this point. And then to round off the night for me, this night my friend Casey came over and we had a spooky charcuterie and some black cherry drinks. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what we ate on this day. I think the day I filmed this was Tuesday, and that was like day 1 of Ben being sick. So good thing I filmed this then, because since then his eating habits have fallen way down and he hasn't really had much appetite. I'm like hoping that Jack doesn't wind up coming down with whatever Ben has right now, because like I said, he's been home from school all week and we're going into the weekend now. So I hope Jack doesn't have to miss school next week. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.